Copy on the mic. This is the ISO podcast, aka Ignorant Shit Only.
Yeah.
It is with me and my co-host Kuya Flip, baby.
Yeah.
Let's couple it up for the both of us.
What up, man? What up, man?
This is obviously our first ever episode, just me and Kuya Flip bullshitting, having a good time. We're gonna get on some serious topics too, talk about, how we grew up and shit like that too. But we wanted to do this because we've noticed on social media that when it's just me and him talking shit to each other, that gets a lot of engagement, especially in the comment section from you guys. So we definitely had been discussing to do this for a while anyway. It just, your guys' engagement just further proved that we wanted to do this. So depending on how today's episode goes in terms of viewership from you guys have the power to either keep this shit going or we can just keep going back to our regular format with interviews.
Yeah, tell us if you don't like this shit and keep it a bean with us.
Absolutely. Please be honest with us so we can get better and you guys can get better content because at the end of the day, that's what matters.
Yeah.
So for today, we got some topics we're going to discuss. We're obviously going to veer from it, bullshit a little bit. We're going to obviously dig, to our past a little bit. So it's going to be a little bit of everything today. We're going to try to have a good time as much as we can and get some storylines going, have some debates, have some topics to discuss. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday. It's fucking March 15th. Man, it's crazy. This is not 19, right? Yeah, episode 19.
Episode 19, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
High five for us.
High five, brother. You know what I'm saying? We're almost there, dude. Fucking...
What was it that Josh told us back in the day when you get to like the first, 50 or 100? Remember when we did Josh's episode? He told us it's like when you get to the first, 50 or 100, that's when then you can, have a catalog or something.
Yeah. Because we're developing our portfolio now, but more along the lines of when you get a certain amount, then that's when you can really go back and do analytics where it's like,
see where the numbers and shit are.
Exactly. And the thing is are people tuning in for our guest or are they tuning in for us?
Which is what we're testing today.
Yeah, that's the purpose of today's episode. Really, is just to see if people are gonna like the what it is that you and I provide, just us. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously, I think the clips are gonna be fire. You know what I mean? I'm gonna talk about his stretch marks. The first time he decided.
Oh, really? We're gonna talk about how deep your throat goes.
Tight.
It's an ending abyss, by the way.
I'm telling you, he's what we call a rabbit hole.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're what Alice in Wonderland went into. It just never ended.
You know how, you pull a rabbit out of a hat?
No, they pulled out of your ass.
We had to fuck. God damn it.
Wow, I was gonna say, you see a live animal out of an asshole.
We've had to pull things out of your ass.
You're disgusting.
Yeah, absolutely. I was one of those things.
Gay.
I was locked in.
You're disgusting. Okay, so before we get into this episode, we do want to share with you guys that next episode is going to be with Marlon's cousin, Mother Prepper.
Mother Prepper.
That's going to be March 29th. That's going to be around live at noon. So we want to just share that with you guys. She's a doomsday prepper, so she has her own food. She fights, right?
Yeah. So pretty much, holding is she has her own micro homestead. She does jujitsu. She does firearms training. She advocates for being your own first responder. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times, bro, you call the police, bro, they're not showing up. You know,
right away.
Yeah, right away, bro. And you're gonna be there. You're actually on scene. You're dealing with the situation yourself. You need to be able to take care of yourself medically. And so, yeah, super excited to have her on. Again, number one, that's a family thing, but also at the same time, it's
no, but she has dope content.
Yeah,
though.
Exactly. Excited to get her on, learn from her, and see what we can gain from having that conversation.
Gaining
and that's the purpose.
Knowledge-wise.
The other thing, too, is the purpose of these, at least where I was, is number one, if you pay attention, I think you're great. I think you do very well at having conversations. You keep the flow going. You don't ever let it get dull. Shout out to you for that. I love that.
I appreciate that, brother.
But the other thing, too, is, and it's in our TikTok bio, is I really think that these conversations are meaningful.
Oh, absolutely. Shout out to Amy. She was the first one to really acknowledge and plug us. You know what I mean? Shout out to Amy from For the Souls podcast because she let that be known, and we never even acknowledge that ourselves. You know what I mean? We'll have discussions off camera, not in front of you guys, but us between each other. Yeah. We'll talk about it. You know what I mean? Where we want the show to still be, content and meaningful content. But no one else has really said that until Amy did. So shout out Amy.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? Her name isn't Amy. Amy. It's Aime.
Aime?
Yeah, I heard her pronounce her own name this whole time, and I was like,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
We've been saying it wrong this whole time.
Yeah.
I apologize on behalf of ISO. That's terrible.
Yeah. I'm going to blame it on him being Puerto Rican and him not understanding.
We're just going to blame it on him being slanted-eyed and having no neck.
You're disgusting.
Hey, can you do a 360 turn with your neck? No, you can't? Okay, cool.
Tight. Nobody can do a 360 turn with their fucking neck.
Okay, 180.
You're disgusting.
Exactly.
You do 180. You do 180.
Bitch, first of all,
put your chin to your back right now.
This is about you.
No,
okay? This is about you.
I'm making this about us.
You're disgusting. Okay, so do you want to start from the beginning?
Yeah. So Adam and Eve.
You're fucking disgusting. I'm talking about us, you fat bastard.
Yeah, let's get it.
Okay, so a background on us, and I know we've discussed this before, but we'll just elaborate a little bit more. Is that 2008? I had lost my dad, and he was living next door to my sister, right there behind 99-cent store on Stockton Boulevard.
Yep.
And what was that? Stevenson? The street was the street?
No, it was called McKellar.
Oh, McKellar.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. We had just moved from the north to the south.
Yeah, which is like one of the only times he's ever lived in the south besides now.
Yeah.
But anyway, so basically my dad and my sister were moving in together into that house next door to your mom and dad's, and he had passed away right before they were, he was getting comfortable living there and shit. And so after that, that's when somebody else had moved in, and because of my dad passing away there and was going to live there, I was obviously going to spend a lot of time there. But at that time especially, I was already real close with my sister, Priscilla, anyway. So I would spend a lot of time with her regardless. So that just made it more of like, I want to spend time there all the time.
Yeah.
So at that time, that's kind of what I was doing. I was spending like fucking the whole summer there. I think I did. But then at that time, that's, when you were taking the garbage out, I think, and I had said what's up to you, and we had just kind of developed like a friendship ever since then. But at first though, it wasn't like a super close friendship at first.
Yeah,
it was just two kids hanging out on the same block type shit.
I had a basketball court in front of my house. Actually, crazy.
And this fat bastard broke my thumb.
I broke his thumb
because when I went to shoot it, this motherfucker swatted the shit out of it, and when I was, when I was informed, the ball just landed dead ass on my thumb, and that motherfucker swelled up to a balloon in like 3 seconds. I'm like, bro, and it was just hella red.
He had a cast on, and it was one of the most proudest moments I've ever had in my life.
You're a piece of shit.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, dude, I bodily injured the homie. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't win. So you know what I mean? Like, it's a double whammy.
It's okay. You see how he's built in size right now? And height? He looked the exact same in 2008. So
you're hella disgusting.
Don't worry about any of that, guys.
Tight.
But anyway, no, so yeah, we were just kind of like kids hanging out on the block at the same time, and like, I just would never go home. And when I did, eventually after like a certain amount of time, like after a year or two, that's when we actually started to like, hang out together and doing our own shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, it just kind of grew from there. And then obviously, like, I've met a lot of people through him. Like, we have a lot of mutual homies now and shit. So, but now at this point, it's like we've known each other for fucking 17 years. It's like we damn near know just about anything about each other. Like,
really grew up together.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
There was a point in time he and I didn't go to the same high school. We didn't go to the same middle school. We actually never went to the same school at all together. We ended up, it was just like, he was at his sister's house. I was there with, my parents. The thing is too, is we were outside for real.
Outside.
You know what I mean?
Kids are not outside like that.
Kids are not outside, bro. Like, we was outside for real.
No, we was.
Like, I didn't want to go in. You know what I mean? Type shit.
Facts.
Especially like we out there chilling with the homies, like, you know what I mean? We're
playing basketball or just walking to the 99-cent store stealing candy bars.
Oh my God.
Oh, sorry, sis. Yeah, my sister's here working the cameras, but yeah, we stole candy bars.
Yeah, for sure. We terrorized 99-cent store. You go in there because their cameras didn't work.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're approaching the statute of limitation because this was years ago. So
I think we're fine. I think we're fine.
But yeah, pretty much, bro. We'd go in there, dog. I'm talking Toblerones, fucking Reese's.
And when we were hungry, we would just go to Taco Bell across the street.
Yeah, exactly. Like this,
Just
this
get dollar burritos and shit.
Yeah, this is back when you could feed a family of
with like $10.
Yeah, for like $10.
But yeah, that just was what we were doing, and then like.
God, we sound old.
I know, right? But that's because like time was different. Kids were outside back then.
Yeah.
Like we literally would just go to a downtown mall to just walk around and bullshit too.
Yeah. I remember that, bro. When the downtown mall was a thing.
Yeah, when it was like
and
still
now,
popping.
hey, I actually just seen some on Instagram. They have footage of what downtown mall looked like in 1994.
That's wicked.
Yeah.
I mean,
way
1994, that's even before us.
No, for sure, yeah, because we're 96 babies. But what I'm saying is that, like, it looked kind of similar to how I remember it. Like, there wasn't the Hard Rock Cafe there.
Nope.
There was the escalators that they had, you know what I mean, at the front. This is when they had You remember when they had GameStop fucking downtown, bro?
I I do.
That shit was so tight, bro.
I used to love GameStop so tough because it's like I was obviously growing up playing video games, but it's oh yeah, that's a lot of things we did too. We did play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Tony Hawk.
We did play a lot of Tony Hawk.
The thing about the playing games with Joe though, it kind of like calmed his tism down. You know what I mean?
Shut the fuck up. You know what? He didn't get upset when he was hungry because he was too busy playing the video game. He wasn't screaming at Mama Joanne talking about Mom chicken. Where's the chicken?
Mom, chicken is crazy.
Remember from Wolf of Wall Street? He was like, Mom, chicken.
You're hella disgusting.
But yeah,
I would get beat if I talked to my mother like that.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I was scared of her too. But anyway.
The whole block was scared of her.
Facts.
For real. I'm talking like cuz had
because Mom was a gang member. She won't
gang
say
member
it, but
for real.
because she banged for Christ. But
banging for Jesus. Then, you know what I'm saying? She believed belts and Bibles go hand in hand.
She just said Serio a lot. I was like, why?
She said Serio a lot. For real. She's like, Serio, fool, go read that scripture. Dead homies.
Jeremiah 12:19. Where it's at.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So, I mean, we also just kept doing random shit, too, because then, no. Like, even when the first time, like, when you had graduated, and I had met up with fucking Matt.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out Matt.
Shout out the homie Matt, bro.
But like,
500-pound beast. You know what I'm saying?
He's incredibly unhealthy.
Facts. On the way to becoming an amputee, baby.
But even with that, right? Like, that's just an example of, like, all the people we've become friends with since we were kids.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Because you went to school with majority of them. But then even I have developed friendships with them, too. So it's, like, hella dope. You know?
Who have I met from you that are, like, I'm friends with?
Mostly my family, to be honest.
Okay, yeah, no.
There's probably been a couple of homies, but it's just mostly been cousins and...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shit
you
like
have
that.
a huge family.
Yeah, it's undoubtedly.
You have a huge family. Something about you guys, y'all can't stop fucking.
Well, actually, they're your people too, but you just grew up as an only child. Do you have problems with that, by the way?
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it right now.
Let's get into it.
Hey, I hope you guys know, because he has only child syndrome, he wants like 8 kids.
I do. I want a plethora of children.
And because I grew up with like 20 siblings, I think I'm cool with just the one I got. So
yeah,
I mean, yeah, it's ironic, isn't it?
Yeah. Whereas, you know what I think the disconnect when it comes to like the only child and the kids who have like a lot of siblings is that like you don't get a lot of alone time when you have a lot of siblings, and then versus I'm always alone. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have anybody, and so I yearn for that. Like I want people to be around. But now what I'm seeing is like, I got kids. You know what I mean? Yeah. I got, I'm not gonna get into it, but I got kids, bro. So, but at some point, those kids are gonna leave the nest. You know what I mean? Of course. Then you know what I'm saying? I have my lady, but it's, just for that time being. The minimum of those 18 years. You know what I mean? Because they can go, or even at 17, if they graduate and they go to college, whatever the case may be. I'm saying that like I know that it's gonna circle back where I'm gonna be comfortable. Being alone again. Once the kids are gone.
But yeah, he's trauma dumping, by the way.
I'm trauma dumping hard as fuck right now, bro. No kizzy.
Okay, so what is like the funniest thing we've gotten into? Let's try to boot the computer right now.
Were you with us that night? I think you were. You remember Marcus and then his sister Angelica right there on McKellar that night?
Oh,
were you with us when we ran from the cops behind 99 Cent Store and we had all that bamboo weed?
I wasn't with you. Oh
my god, I remember that. No, I could have swore you were with us that night, bro.
I don't remember.
I think you were with us, bro. I think I was the one that struggled to hit the wall and I had to run around or some shit like that.
That checks out.
That checks out. It does check out. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm saying I'm almost positive you were with us that night. Sure? This is crazy. I don't know if I should be telling you this that he ran from the police with us. But
I don't remember that though. I would remember that. I don't think I was with you though. I wouldn't have cared. If I know
Santos was with us.
Oh yeah, I remember that too.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I remember hanging out with Santos and Boogie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Shout out, gang.
Oh, was it? Are you talking about when we were at the school and we had to hop the fence? Are you talking about then? No. By Boogie and Santos' house when they were living over there by that elementary school.
Oh, I remember that too. No, but no, not then. I could have sworn it was behind 99 Cent Store.
I don't remember.
I remember that. Okay.
I don't think it was me.
I got into a lot of ignorant shit when I was over there too. Yeah, a lot of dumb shit.
Yeah, but yeah. That's another conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
But so ever since then we've been friends, but I blame the housing crisis on his weight. You know what I mean? The bubble wouldn't have popped if he was just a skinny kid.
You're hella disgusting.
I guess I'll just leave it at that. I mean, since we've known each other for so long, let's get into us being dads then.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so basically when two people love each other.
Facts, yeah.
No, but yeah, so I mean, okay. So
for your explanation,
don't even
two men have a physical attraction to one another.
Disgusting. Okay, but like, no, for real though. So, how did it feel when you found out? You know, what I mean, your ex was having a kid, or she was pregnant with your kid.
Oh, like what did I?
How did you feel? Like
when my first baby mom?
Yeah.
Was like, that's such a cool ass statement, dude. My first baby mom.
That's not a cool statement.
Tight. That shit sound tight, bro.
You're ignorant.
That shit sound player for real. If I'm being honest.
Just answer the fucking question.
What was the question?
How did it make you feel, bro, when you found out she was pregnant? When she shared with you, Marlon, you didn't pull out.
Well, post nut clarity for sure, right out the gate. Let's get that going.
Oh my god.
Nah, real talking. I really don't want to go too deep into it. I just
cry on camera.
It was cry on camera right now, or you're a bitch. No, it was. For me, bro, I don't think it hit me until I actually held my daughter for the first time.
Oh, for real?
Like, because when a woman's pregnant, bro, and she's developing that relationship with the fetus, you know what I'm saying? Because she's developing that. I feel like as men, or at least in my situation, I felt it, you know, super happy, excited, nervous, you know what I'm saying? But the emotions really didn't hit until the first time I physically had her in my arms. Then it was
well, that part I understand, because for me, like I had acknowledged it, and you know what I mean, like I knew everything already before that, because went to all the doctor's appointments and you know what I mean, all that shit.
Yeah.
But it is different from when you're just rubbing the belly, you know what I mean, acknowledging your baby, than compared to when you have the baby in your hand.
Yeah, at some point,
different.
it's more of I wouldn't even say an idea because it's physically there, but it's more of like
a feeling versus action type of thing?
No. I wouldn't even say feeling versus action. It's more along the lines of like I'm just gonna use the word for a better lack of words, but it's the idea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're consistently thinking like, oh, I can't wait to do this when they're this age, or you're kind of thinking these things. You don't get to feel the baby kick. You know what I'm saying? You don't. That's all I'm saying. Like for me, there was excitement, there was nervous. That's how I felt. But I'm saying the emotions got way more when
she came out.
First time I held her. Yeah. Did you ever feel like? Do you ever put your hand on?
And felt the kicking and shit.
God, that shit tripped me out.
Because Josiah was active when he was in.
That's crazy because you're not active now.
Shut the fuck up.
You're so fat.
You're hella disgusting.
Okay.
But anyway, so I mean, for me though, I cried. I'm not gonna hold.
Yeah. Cry on camera right now.
Yes. No, but yeah, I cried though for sure. I was excited. I was told on my birthday, so like that was amazing.
Oh, tight. Okay,
It was a birthday surprise, so that was.
What'd she do? Did she did she put the pea side in your mouth?
You're fucking disgusting.
She was like this. She's like this. The camera. She was like.
Yeah, no, you need help for real. No, so yeah, I mean, it was emotional. It was amazing, and then like going to all those appointments, it felt more real because I went to I think it was all but like one appointment I went to. So it got more real as the time, you know what I mean, went on, and more appointments and more exciting, more, you know what I mean? But it was really different once he came out, because it's just like to hear a screaming baby, just crying out the womb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Life changed in an instant.
Yeah. And you know, you're proud of her for pushing the baby out.
Yeah,
you're congratulating her.
Did you give her a push present?
Did I? I don't remember, to be honest.
Oh, you're such a piece of shit.
I don't remember. Fuck you. So congratulating her, thanking her, you know what I mean, making sure she was okay, because fuck UC Davis in terms of, you know what I mean, giving birth to babies, because originally it was supposed to be a whatchamacallit, like a home birth type thing, but then we ended up having to go to UC Davis. Fuck UC Davis, because they were just trying to rush her and treat her low-key like shit. So fuck UC Davis. But yeah, so then once I made sure she was okay, you know what I mean, then I went on to Josiah, and he's just watching him, you know what I mean, squirm in his little, you know, when they put the baby down in the little glass area?
Yeah, just in case they come out yellow and have jaundice, they put him underneath the lamp and all that,
Yeah, so just to, like, watch him just lay there and whine while they're, like, poking him and putting the wristband on him and shit.
Yeah.
I'm just like, wow, a whole ass, you know what I mean, human being.
Yeah, that's
shit.
Me right
like
there.
Like living, breathing, crying human being.
Yeah.
And it's like, he's going to be taller than you, but by the time he's like 7, so it's just like, I'm already so proud of him. He's already like more than half your height.
You got me fucked up. Shout out to him.
Shout out to
I love my nephew, but you got me fucked up.
But yeah, no, so Like, okay, well, fatherhood now in general, right? So
wait, really quick though, I do want to ask you this, bro, because like
what?
obviously, yeah, there was a point when I cried too when the baby came out. First time I heard her cry, bro, I couldn't hold it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no facts.
One thing that I know that like when you're there, bro, what they do is they prick the baby's heel for blood.
Yeah.
Brother, I couldn't be in that room. I was gonna strangle one of those fucking.
I'm not gonna say what it was because I don't want to put my son's business out there. But there was a different thing that happened.
Yeah,
that it was like the same thing. Like I just couldn't. I cried and I couldn't see it. You know what I mean?
Literally like...
And I was just angry.
All they do... Because the thing is, like, I know it's necessary. And the thing is, like, what I'm learning now is babies are super durable. Even at that stage, surprisingly. Because they're moving the baby around, like... Because the thing is, they're so tense inside the womb for so long that they have to, stretch out the muscles or whatever. But essentially, they were just moving her hella aggressively. I'm like, hey, bro, like, be cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't bringing it with me, but I think I should have. But... the thing that really fucked me up, bro, is when they were like, okay, we're going to come in. We are going to prick the baby's heel to take blood. It's going to be a couple vials. And I'm like, all right, for sure. I can't be in here, bro. I'm literally outside the door, right, while it's happening. My baby mom's in there with them, and she's watching. But, like, I was crying outside, bro. I was bawling tears.
I'll tell you off camera, but yeah, there was something else that happened that was just, when it was happening, I couldn't even look. I my fist was bald and I'm just sitting there crying like a fucking toddler, just tears running down my face.
And you're an ugly crier.
Oh, really?
I've seen you cry before. You're an ugly crier. I'm not gonna lie. You look like the way you cry, I would describe it as like a meal from Rachel Ray. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just ugly.
Wait, that's so specific.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's the only thing I can equate your crying face to.
Okay. So let's kind of talk more of like intellectual shit. How the way you grew up, or we can kind of say the way we both grew up.
Yeah.
Like, how do you think that impacts you now as a current dad, especially of a young toddler?
Okay, yeah. Especially in the toddler stage, bro. She be testing my patience for him.
No, facts.
You know what I mean? Because she's very strong-willed. She has an attitude already, kind of. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to nip that in the bud. The thing is I think that the way I grew up, I'm trying not... What happened?
But because she's a girl, do you think it's harder for you to nip things in the bud because it's a girl instead of a boy?
A little bit. I am wrapped around her finger. I'm not going to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? That's my baby. That's my firstborn. You know what I mean? And it's like... It's just different, bro. Like, I know you have a son, and you know what I mean? The thing is, like... You see him and you know the potential of the man he's going to become, right? Yeah. Whereas, like with my daughter, bro, it's different. Like
it's different because if my firstborn was a girl, she would for surely be under lock and chain like at all times.
Almost like that.
Even if I had a daughter, like her bedroom or crib when she was a newborn would immediately have like a lock on it. Like you can't move dead ass for real.
You're hella disgusting.
Like if you're going somewhere, you're gonna be monitored.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if it's to the kitchen.
I want to be there on your first date.
Protect the asset.
Protect the asset.
You know what I mean? So it's like
yeah.
That's why when I found out, you know what I mean, that I was having a kid, it was just more like, if it's a daughter, I'm gonna be like paranoid at all times. Like I'm starting to already develop grays a little bit, but I for surely would have like a full
I mean, I would
gray beard.
I would be paranoid too. The other thing is like, you know what I mean. You gotta have a real solid person who you're having a kid with. And
no, absolutely.
I'm not gonna take anything away from my first baby mom's solid.
No, absolutely.
Great mother.
Me neither. Shout out to her.
Yeah. Great mother. You know what I'm saying.
Great mom.
Does her thing. The other thing is that like. It is nerve-wracking because of the state of the world that we're in.
The world is definitely
been
a
fucked up for
place.
a long time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But now it's being more publicized because of all the social media and you know what I mean, with the statistics out and everybody having a computer in their pocket available.
That's
and
the
AI,
crazy thing. That's the crazy thing because it's like when we grew up, there was technology, but. I mean, me personally, I didn't have my first phone until my dad passed away. And when I had it, it was the SpongeBob old Nokia where all you had was the fucking, the snake game. That's like, that was literally my first phone. Like, I didn't have access to the internet until I was like 13, 14 years old. Yeah. In my hand, at least, with the phone. It wasn't until I was like in high school.
And he's been on Pornhub since.
And
and
you're fucking disgusting. But no, so it's like, it's so different now because kids can grow up with access to the internet already.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
way different.
Like even now,
my daughter has a fucking tablet.
Josiah does too. So it's like, you know what I mean? So it's like the internet's already there.
Yeah.
Now it's like a different, let's dive into that then. So it's like a different way of parenting because there's already, like when we were growing up and even before us, like my siblings, for example, because, you know, they're old, like.
That's crazy word.
Their internet was just going outside and running the streets.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like for us, the state of
this is when they would record on cassettes. And their voicemails.
Drop that tape, bro.
And then their voicemails were like fucking Cool in the Gang.
Yeah, fucking party here, party there. And then like, you know what to do.
Yeah, you know what to do.
But yeah, so it's like, it's so different now because, one, there's so much paranoia with how many weirdos there potentially are in the world.
Yeah.
So it's like.
That's a big one.
So it's like, you can't even let your kids just roam freely without like 7 other kids with them, or at least an adult at present at all times.
Yeah.
So like that's going to be a lot different for our kids compared to the previous generations. Yes. And even though like, I think also as parents, with our generation as parents too, it's just like we are just in general knowing the dangers because we kind of grew up with the internet. Mm-hmm. We're just going to be naturally more worried and more paranoid because we know that we really like, okay, I can at least speak for my mom, like, when I finally had access to the internet, she wasn't really knowing what I was doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean, when we finally had, you know what I mean, smartphones, she wasn't knowing what could be going on. Not like I was doing weird shit, but it's just like when you have the access to the internet, anything's
she just
possible.
doesn't know what. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So like now, like that we grew up with that. Now when our kids eventually grow up and start to have cell phones, we're like, oh no. Like we're locking 95% of what you're having
parental. They have parental guidance. YouTube has like a YouTube Kids now.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, even then that's fishy because there's still weirdo content creators on YouTube.
Yeah,
on YouTube Kids.
Yeah,
like they disguise it as YouTube Kids, but it's like weirdos that dress up in costumes and superhero costumes and they do like weird shit. If that makes sense.
Yeah. No,
like,
I know.
I even then you got to be like still like very monitoring of what your kids do.
Yes, like on top of it.
Shout out to, like I said, my son's mom because she does a great job and. You know what I mean? And when he's watching stuff with me, he doesn't watch any weird shit. I honestly, besides because Josiah likes the Spider-Man, like a couple other cartoons that are like current age cartoons, but like most of the time I put on shit that I already know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That I'm already familiar with because it's like, bro, I didn't grow up on any weird shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We weren't talking about, you know what I mean, random shit on fucking cartoons we were growing up with. So,
we know of. There's a lot of subliminal shit that Walt Disney put into them shits, bro.
That if you're talking about when he was still alive, then yeah, because that was racist.
Yeah,
I mean, he was like a neo-Nazi. But anyway, like, you know, did you ever grow up with Power Rangers, or is there just me and other people?
I mean, it was available to me, but I was like,
you weren't into it.
Nah, not as much.
So I was lied to my whole life. You know the scenes where they're in the costumes fighting and shit.
Yeah, I
was told. Or not told, but I saw a video where they said that those scenes where they're like fighting the evil dudes and were even Rita Repulsive, the main lady villain, those scenes were already filmed by another show that started in Japan. And the only scenes that were from the actual Power Rangers, like in America show, was when they were in their regular clothes as teenagers. I was lied to my whole life.
So they stole footage?
They stole footage from a show in Japan.
Damn.
I forgot what the name of the show. The name of the show in Japan was, but they basically stole the stock footage from a show in Japan.
Power Ranger.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was called something else. It was like something samurai. But they basically stole footage from that show. And this is the original Power Rangers, the early 90s, late 80s Power Ranger show. Yeah. The very first one. They stole footage from a show in Japan, the action footage, I should say. Like, or even when they transformed the Mighty Morphin thing, the robot thing, they even stole footage from that. So basically, everything that wasn't involved with them wearing regular teenager clothes, they stole footage from a show in Japan. I was lied to my whole life. That's insane. Crazy work. And I'm hurt by it because I grew up loving that show. The original one, the 1990s one, that was my shit. But anyway.
I didn't really grow up watching Power Rangers. That wasn't my thing.
Yeah.
Saturday morning cartoons though on WB. That was my shit.
Shout out to WB.
There was this one. There was like it was like Intergalactic Wrestlers or whatever, some shit like that. That shit was tight.
Oh wait, remember Luchador?
Oh, Luchador. Yeah.
Luchador went crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I'll be the red and blue one. You know what I'm saying? The main character dude that turned into a ball, and then you'd be the brown one, the one that stank.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Or the girl. I think you'd probably be more of the girl.
You'd be in the Jackie Chan show, Asian Girl number 3.
Oh, you're hella disgusting. First off, the Jackie Chan show.
Goated.
You have
it on DVD.
I do. I have the DVD set. I was just about to say that. I have the whole fucking.
No, you don't even have the regular DVD. You have the burnt CD version.
I don't give a fuck.
But I'm saying that's hella funny.
Hold on, bro. I know that we're aging ourselves a little bit right now because we're not really. We're still in our 20s, but still, it's like, we're getting up there, bro. It's like at today's age, I feel like late 20s is old. Then again, I'm not old, so I don't know. Anyways, what I'm saying is, what's not around anymore, bro?
What?
The motherfuckers selling burnt CDs in
front of the
CDs,
stove. DVDs, music videos.
And all of them, bro. They're not around anymore.
Bro. My dad went to them religiously.
For real?
My dad never once went to a store and bought a DVD.
Or
like when I grew up with my dad, we literally would either go to the movies and watch them, or he would go, because he had guys he would know that would sell them.
Yeah.
So we would meet up with these people, and he bought me so many movies, and that's how we would watch movies that were new.
Yeah.
It's either he was either that or go to the actual movie theater. But, but more than half of the time, it was buying CDs.
My favorite is when they came out clear, and it was like, all right, cool, I can actually watch this.
And then all of a sudden, a dude stands the fuck up.
Yes, yeah, I hated those, bro. Like,
that's the struggle our kids won't ever worry about. They're streaming now.
They don't ever.
They're
streaming now, bro. That is bullshit.
They never have to worry about seeing a movie.
They never had dial-up,
bruh.
They don't know about that.
They gotta in terms of entertainment is so much easier now. But like the fact that you were able to, I don't know, like what's an example of a new movie that came out? Like, Are We Ready Yet? Like when that shit came out,
yeah,
Ice Cube and the whole shit. It's like, bruh, you get this movie a week before it came out or the weekend it came out, and you're excited to check out this new fucking movie, and dude can't hold the fucking camera straight.
Yeah,
they won't understand that.
They don't know that.
They don't know that.
Hey, no, you know what? The other thing too is that they don't know is you know how so some people would have them like on their visor where it was like the fucking like the CDs, right?
Yeah.
But my dad had like a case of CDs.
Oh, the cases,
case of the CDs. Because here's the thing: we had a neighbor who used to steal cars, right? That was like, that was his thing.
Yeah,
that was his thing. He stole cars. When he would steal them, he would it was common for them to have CDs. He would take all the CDs he want, and then he would give them to us. And then my dad would kind of go through them and be like, oh, okay, for sure. Because obviously, Bro from the Hood, like, he's only taking all the rap albums. But we had a plethora of fucking Creed CDs.
Everything is streaming now. So literally, like, obviously, my family, like, they all grew up with, they all had CDs too. Like,
I thought you were going to say, obviously, all my family steals. I thought that's what
you're hella funny. No, but music CDs. Like, just having their fucking, their zip fucking case of fucking just hella CDs of either whether it was movies, music, burnt CDs, like just hella
I
shit.
feel like when we were kids, bro, I've been to one, I forget who it was, bro, but I've seen, you and I were like, let's watch a movie, and I think we looked through the fucking
fucking
through
thing.
A case. Yeah. That's crazy work, bro.
But yeah, it's just so crazy, bro. Like for instance, right? Like our dads, right? Like especially mine, when I think of my dad, because he was big into movies and shit. So when I think of it now, it's like, bro, and like my sister, she obviously, shout out to my sister for the camera work, but like she'll even attest to this. Like my dad would be tripping balls if my dad realized that you could just put a movie on through a TV or a cell phone. You know what I mean? You know how crazy that would blow his mind? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because my dad grew up just, knowing what we know. You know what I mean? It's either you buy CDs or you go to the movies and watch it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no device where you could just pull it up in front of you and just binge watch a TV show or a movie. You know
Torrent and fucking those weren't around.
No, they weren't. So it's just like, it just trips you out that technology has advanced so much in less than 20 years.
When did Netflix come out? Do you know what year?
Well, technically it came out in like 2009, 2008, but it's not. It was just a DVD service. It was just a DVD service.
I remember that, and I remember at some point too. They you're right.
Like remember GameSpot or whatever it was.
The one that sent you games. Yes, yeah. And then you send it back, and it came in the little envelope.
Oh, bro, remember Hollywood Video on Blockbuster?
Yes.
Oh
bro,
my god, that's another spot my dad would go all the time.
The only reason why we would really come to the South, bro, is because there was a Hollywood Video right there on Freeport, right? Mm-hmm. Now it's a Dollar Tree, but it used to be Hollywood Video, bro. And remember they used to have the little game section over there too?
Absolutely.
That was when Fight Night was coming out, and I would go over there and I'd play that shit. You remember Walmart used to have fucking games?
No, bro, Walmart is lame now. First of all, we don't have 24-hour Walmart anymore, so fuck COVID. COVID ruined that. But second of all, like you're saying, you go to the video game section and you could demo test The fucking newest game that's out.
Yes.
On the PS2, the original Xbox,
Yeah.
and GameCube. Just all lined up right there for you to fuck with it.
And it was, it's crazy too, bro. Like, even as kids, like, that was, and to kind of call back to what we were talking about earlier, like, my mom would go somewhere, I'd walk away.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Now, if I'm not letting...
Alarms,
yeah,
alarms are going off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm fucking busting in through every aisle and door.
Yeah.
Now it's like, hey, I need you in arm's distance.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
If you're not in arm's distance,
be where
we got
I
a
can
problem.
see you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, we dead ass, like, as soon as our parents would go into Walmart or something, we would just go straight to that video game section and just be there. They knew we would be there.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Just with 3 other random kids we don't fucking know.
Exactly.
Just playing the demos.
Know what I mean? I wonder if anybody has, like, lifelong friends from those moments.
That's a good question.
That'd be tight.
That's a good question.
Like, hey, how'd you guys meet? You know what I mean? Like,
we met playing fucking Sly Cooper type
facts.
shit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and
bro.
now we're at orgies.
This is not the boys, bro.
You never know.
You're all disgusting.
Hollywood's a crazy place.
But yeah, bro, like, that was different. Like, we could literally just be somewhere. They would know where we're at, and they just go shopping.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you're not back here in like 5-10 minutes, you're getting the fuck left.
Exactly.
That's what they would tell us.
You're getting the left. You're gonna stay here.
If you don't meet me by the grocery section in 20 minutes, you're getting fucking left.
Yeah, walk home.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
They never would, but they just had to threaten us to get us straight.
Exactly.
To keep
Whereas
us straight.
now, I would never
threaten to leave him.
I would never say, like, I'm gonna
Someone
leave
would call
you
the cops on us.
Oh, for sure. Hell yeah. Someone's gonna be
You threatened to leave your
business.
child? Oh yeah.
Yeah. CPS, call them.
Immediately.
Yeah. CPS, you beat him, we pick him up.
You leave him, we pick him up.
For sure. Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, a lot has changed, bro, and I think that factors into the way that we parent.
Absolutely.
And I think that, you know what I mean? I think the way that we were raised is going to be completely different with the way they're raised.
It's so crazy, but at the same time, you got to adapt.
No, yes, you have to adapt. Also, what I'm thinking, though, is like, I think that the kids we're raising, though, going to be way fucking tougher than Gen Z.
I think we
still
still way
got that
smarter
in us.
for sure. I think they'll be way smarter for sure.
Who the fuck's raising Gen Z?
That's a good question.
Isn't that us too, millennials?
Well, we're close to Gen Z. We're only like a year or two away from Gen Z.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So who's raising cuz?
That's a good question. Somebody.
Oi, Bakla nama.
Hey, what's up?
Your quick interruption. You know what I'm saying? We're live right now. You good? Oh, you leaving?
All right, sis. Love you.
Love you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. Drive safe.
You want to take the seat?
Oh, you want a camera switch? Yeah, we're live
I
right now.
appreciate that, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to go to the full camera then and then just hit that button to go back and forth.
Yeah, so drag the mouse, top left corner, see where it says cam full. Hit that. And then you see that stream deck right there to your left-hand side on the actual thing. See where it says switch? You're only pressing one button.
Just that one button.
See how it goes
there
back and
you
forth?
go.
And then camera should be on whoever's talking.
Yep. So shout out to Julian. He's here now.
Yeah, shout out Julian.
You
We
know
got
from
Julian here now. Quick little switch around. You know what I'm saying? Rolling with the punches.
Absolutely.
Because what I'll do is I'll just edit it out in long form later.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay, so stuff that no one told us about being a dad.
Ooh. Shit. There's a lot, bro. There's a lot.
Well,
I think there's a lot of things that people didn't tell us about adulthood.
First thing off the top.
The first shit's always the darkest. Absolutely.
That first shit, it was scary.
That first shit is like, it's this color.
Yeah.
It's this color. It's fucking...
That thing was fucking scary as shit.
That's just the first thing that came to my head, but I'm pretty sure that there's more meaningful stuff.
I mean, the stuff that is like, toddlers really be toddlering, if that makes sense. Like, they really be having whole personalities.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, bro, like, you literally just were barely walking, like, not that long ago.
Yeah.
Now you already got a whole ass personality.
Exactly. I know that this is the kind of person you're gonna be as you're
as
growing
a kid,
up.
at least.
These things you don't like. Like, my daughter doesn't like getting her hands dirty.
Really?
Literally. Like, if she will, like, if I'm working on the truck or whatever, and she'll want to come grab the wrench and come, like, help me out and shit like that, but she doesn't like getting her hands dirty.
Well, that's to be expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to her. I mean, for Josiah, his thing is, right now, it's just like, he's very popular at his school. Like, I'm not saying I wasn't expecting that because, you know what I'm saying? But, but it's like, son, you're 3. Like, as soon as he walks in the door, all the other kids are like, Josiah. And I'm like, I love that for him. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, You know, I feel like the man when I walk through.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like his theme song, and I'm like, okay, I see you. Like,
I was gonna say. Was it like that for you too in your
No, I was a hermit. I was a hermit growing up. Are you talking about when I was going to elementary school and shit?
Yeah, when you were in special education.
Fuck you, bitch. I was not in special ed. Fuck you. No, when I was growing up going to school though, like I was a hermit. I was literally just to myself. Like, and you ask anybody I went to elementary school with, because there's still a lot of people I went to elementary school with that I still like know and touch base with every once in a while. So, like, I literally was just hella shy into myself. Yeah, I am not who I am now.
I know, and you know what? Shout out to you, bro, because I've seen you come out of your come out the closet, but more along the lines of disgusting. Like I've seen you come out.
I've seen men come out of you, and I'm men.
Yeah, I'm men. I've heard that men came in you. So
really? You need
let's start there. No, what I'm saying is I've seen the development, the character development. Shout out to Javon. I've known bro for over a decade too, and same with him. The person he was, obviously, we all have to grow up, right? Even Julian, I've known since we were like younger. What I'm saying is we've all had to grow up.
He finally became a man. He's not a woman anymore.
Exactly.
Your transition was great, Julian. Spell leave.
Huh?
There's no button for that mic.
I think actually, is there a mic over there?
There is, but I don't think it's on.
Try it. Test it.
Yo.
Yeah. Oh, it is?
Bring it closer to you.
Yo, you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that one was hot. I thought that one was on. Yeah, he's not wrong about that.
He's not lying.
About me, bro, is a lie.
Yeah, I was projecting. Yeah.
But no, but what were you talking about though?
No. What I'm saying is, I just want to. I'm giving you your flowers right now. Basically, you said, yeah, all love. But basically, what I'm getting at is that like you have come out a long way. You know what I mean? Like obviously, you and I have known each other close to 2 decades, and I've seen the man that you've transitioned into being, you know what I mean, coming from like when we were kids. And shout out you, bro. You are definitely a lot more outgoing, a lot more outspoken. You know what I'm saying? I see the way that you converse with people. Whereas when we were kids, I felt like you were not necessarily timid, but you just, you know what I mean?
I definitely was like the shy fat kid. For sure.
Yeah. For sure. Fat.
But fuck you, bitch. For sure, fat. You're literally still 300 pounds like you were 17 years ago.
You're 400 pounds now.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
But no,
most of that weight comes from your hips.
You're disgusting.
You know what I'm saying? Shakira is proud of you.
But I think where that came from, though, was playing football. Like,
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Because you got to interact.
Yeah,
you gotta conversate.
Absolutely. Like we played football together.
We did for 1 year. I know.
Like we mentioned earlier, we didn't go to school together, but you and I played football together.
We did for 1 year.
We were on the D line and we fucking killed him.
Absolutely.
Fucking killed him.
We definitely
fucked the ops and they dead homies.
Straight up. But yeah, no, it's like I think that's what really did it for me. Because before that, I literally was just a kid that stayed to myself. I mean, obviously I had friends at school, but it wasn't like friends. You know what I mean? Yeah. That makes sense. So football really did that for me. So and that's kind of where it developed from there, because then after that I kind of knew how I wanted to interact and it's also because of like, shout out to my family, because my family are all very loud and interactive and colorful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they like also being raised around that, you kind of have to like hold your own.
Yeah.
Because it's like if you don't, you're just gonna get shitted on.
No, I've seen. Yeah.
So it's like eventually I had to fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had to change.
Yes.
Because it's like, I'm not going to be 30 still just getting bagged the fuck on without defending myself. Especially from Emilio's big ass. Shout out to my brother. His birthday's on this Monday or Tuesday. So shout out to my brother.
Yeah. Shout out, bro. Happy
They're
birthday.
in Reno right now. So, you know what I mean? Hope he's having a good time.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, like, especially him, like, that fucking guy. You gotta fight back.
I know, I've seen, he's gotten on me before. I'm like, damn. I just got here.
Like, you gotta fight back. So when you grow up in a family like that, you just got to know how to talk, or else you're just going to get shitted on. But I think from that, though, I think even that is like transitioning to like having a different thought process as a dad. Like, it's just like, I'm never going to be like, hey, you need to be this or that. But it's just like to see him already to a degree kind of be comfortable interacting and talking to other kids, like that makes me feel good. You know what I mean? Knowing that he has that ability so early.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he definitely cares about being by himself and just wanting to be with his mom or me. You know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean? Like, in that sense. But when he is around other kids, he does enjoy that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's not really how I was when I was at that age. I was very much the opposite.
Yes.
So it warms my heart to see that. That's so early in age that
That's
he's
good.
a little
That means
bit
he's
more.
gonna. The other thing too that wasn't taught to me that I want to teach to like my kids is like your network is your net worth, essentially.
Absolutely.
So it's like obviously my mom would always tell me something like you're guilty by association, but that's only the negative side of your network. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really taught on like, hey, you don't hang out with these kind of people. You know what I mean? Because they're bad and the shit that they're finna do, you're gonna get caught up in. That was drilled into me, right? But, and I still, you know what I mean, do whatever. But what I'm saying is, I want to focus more on the positive side. Like, yeah, you know, hey, you're going to be guilty by association. You fuck with these people and they're doing this, like, more likely you're going to get involved. Like, this is just how it goes, right?
Yeah.
But if you steer it more in a positive direction, like, hey, if you fuck with these people, like, these are the possibilities that can come from this friendship as opposed to over here.
Yeah.
You do what I'm saying? And I feel like that's a difference in parenting that I want to have as far as like what was parented to me. You know what I mean? And the other thing too is like I know that we're talking about how we want to change things different and how we want to parent our children compared to how we were. That's no shade to mom and dad.
No, absolutely.
You know
because they grew up with their parents differently than than we grew up with our parents.
Yes.
So the way they were taught things and the way they were exposed to things is what they knew.
Absolutely.
Versus to what we grew up with our parents, and now it's what we know and what things we want to change for our kids. Yeah. So, yeah, it's like you said, it's nothing bad at all. It's just generations are different.
Yes.
Every generation was parented differently. Some kids weren't even parented by their kids at all. They just had to, figure shit out on their own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I know plenty of those people.
Absolutely.
You know
so it's just like we want to take the good with us for sure, but we want to not talk down upon, but like at least acknowledge the things that weren't so great.
Yeah. And I think recognition and acknowledging those things is what's going to make us better parents at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Is knowing that like, hey, here's where I seen there were faults at, and here's what I'm not going to do.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And I'm still guilty of some shit from time and time again. Like I sometimes do, because maybe it's because he's a boy, but I do probably, get on him a little. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's also I think because of how I was raised too. Like, just getting yelled at and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll say I am guilty of that. I will apologize to my son on that. But I'm still learning too. I'm not perfect.
Yeah, you're finding a line.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, same thing. I come from a household where it was chaotic, consistent arguing, a lot of yelling. My mom has done a lot of growing, and she's at a point now where like she doesn't yell at all. You know what I mean? She has conversations. Shout out, Mom. I know me and my mom butt heads, and that's because she and I are so much alike. But you know what I mean? Like there's growth that happens. So that's what I want to say for sure.
Absolutely.
But the other thing is that like I came from that kind of household. I don't want to have that kind of household, but I am guilty of having some of those traits sometimes. There's times where I do get frustrated with my toddler because they're fucking being super strong-willed, which I want her to be, but at the same time...
you want her to be a young woman that has strong will, but at the same time, when it comes to me as your dad...
Yeah.
Don't be like that with me.
Yeah. Take off your fucking shoes.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? He was with me. I was like, it was raining outside, bro. We talked about this off camera. I'm like, all right, take off your shoes. She's like, I am. But she's walking to the couch. I'm like, no, take them off right here. I don't want you bringing the water through. Yep. She's like, I am. I'm like, oh. And then, it's going.
No, I'm definitely guilty of being like I said, a little short-tempered sometimes, because like I grew up where my mom, I love my mom to death, but she was she still is, a very short-tempered person sometimes.
Yeah.
So like I've acknowledged that, and that's like half of it right there, as people like to say. So shout out to my mom, I love her to death, but god damn, Julian, put it on vibrate.
Solve that whole thing right now.
Yeah, do it right now.
For your discrepancies.
But yeah, so it's like I've acknowledged that, and I am guilty of that sometimes. But then it's also like, should I be, because he's a boy? Like, and I don't want to like get in the whole gender thing, but it's just like the world treats you differently. You know what I mean? In terms of when you're an adult as a man versus a woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To a degree, like not to get hella into that, but you know what I mean? Like to a certain degree. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm guilty of that, and you know what I mean. I'm still working on it. You know what I mean? I'm still, trying to figure out how to balance that, because you got to be tougher on a boy. That's just what it is.
Yeah, because the world is tough for men.
Absolutely. So, it's tough for women too, but in a different way.
Absolutely,
but in a different way.
Yes.
Yeah, there's different ways of tough.
Yes.
So balancing when it comes to work, fatherhood, and personal time. How is it that you feel like you balance that?
On a personal level,
Yeah,
I
on a
don't think I
personal
balance it very well.
You don't think
I
so?
wish I could be more involved. You know what I mean? For those of you that know me, you know, I do have a daughter, and me and my first baby mom aren't together, and so we have a split setup, and so with that being the situation is I don't have her as often as I would like. You know what I mean? We still split evenly.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
what I'm saying is going from 7 days a week to, you know, 4 is
Well, that's with
is
any
different.
co-parent situation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like, you know, I would like to have her more. You know what I mean? Like if I could, obviously the reality situation is we're in a good spot. You know.
Yeah.
And again, not to go too deep in that, but really it's work is important too. Obviously, that's how I provide. The thing is like I'm getting more involved in work, and sometimes like my shout out, you know,
Lumpies?
no, shout out Lumpies too. But like I had a conversation with my mom and Manuel. I think this was actually last night before I went to your house. Manuel told me he's like, Mijo, yeah, obviously the kids are. You're trying to build a life for them, and you're working hard, and you're doing great at it. But at the same time, like kids are going to want to spend more time with you than they are with the assets,
Absolutely,
or the fruits of your labor. So it's like, you know, you are working hard, but remember to spend time with her too.
No, absolutely.
And so sometimes I get so caught up because I've got like a lot of things going on, whether it be at work or outside of work. I got a lot going on. So, yeah, dude, it's just I don't think I'm balancing it well at all. I definitely wish that I can get better. I know it's going to take a long time. What happened?
Oh. Well, I mean, at the same time though, you do keep yourself busy. So, but you still do your part, bro. Don't ever knock yourself.
No, absolutely. I just, you know what it is. I think just me being a vulnerable dad right now is I just know there's areas for me to get better at.
I will agree too. Like shout out to my son's mother. She does a great job, and obviously, like you said, as a dad or parents in general, we want more time in general with our kids. That's just how it is. You just want to spend as much time as possible. So having to like balance everything is I think I'm doing pretty good for the most part. I do feel like I could be better for sure. Like that's just anything I do, I think I can be better at. But I mean, in general, I definitely knew off rip that I didn't want other things to take away from what I do. You know what I mean? Because when I was growing up, when I had my relationship with my dad before he passed away, like that was my mom and dad with their own co-parenting situation. You know what I mean? Because they weren't together.
Yeah.
They were separated way before, you know what I mean, my dad passed away. So I grew up most of that life when he was alive, just two separate households to begin with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when I did spend time with my dad, it was just like that was his focus was me. And that's where kind of like we had our things together. I mean, it wasn't all the time, but when it was, I enjoyed the shit out of it because it was our time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I kind of take it in that sense as like maybe not be, 7 days a week, but when it's, you know what I mean, I want us to have our own things when we spend time together.
Yeah.
So that, you know what I mean, God forbid, but like when I'm old and, you know what I mean, shit like that, you have that to remember.
Yeah.
So I will say the balancing thing isn't perfect. Obviously, I definitely can be better. But like I said, I think the current situation with me and his mother, like shout out to her, she does a great job. So I've, you know what I mean, never nothing to say about her. I mean, she does her part more than enough. But for me, it's just like in this day and age, like, you know what I mean, the 21st century parenting, I would say technology definitely helps, if that makes sense. Like in terms of parenting in general, because not for them as a kid, but for us as parents. Like we have, like, even though we're not with them all the time, like we still have access to them. Does that make sense?
Yes, yeah.
So we could easily, if you're missing Omara or if I'm missing Josiah, we can make that phone call or make that FaceTime happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Unlike when we were growing up with our parents, if your mom and dad had separated back in the day, you know what I mean, lived in two different households, your mom or dad just couldn't call the other one and be like, hey, put them on FaceTime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like technology does have its benefits in that aspect.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like we still have access.
Yeah.
So I will say that.
I think the other thing that I'm trying to do to combat the balancing is I bring Amara with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At that point, like when we were doing poetry night here, she's with me, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I could leave her at home with my mom or even with my lady, but like You're with me. You know what I'm saying? Plus, the other thing, too, is I want to instill in her, like, hey, this is how a man operates. You know what I mean? The way I interact with people, you should look for someone similar to that. The way I treat you, my daughter, the way I treat other women around me, you know what I'm saying? Like, jokingly, but also professional and not
respectfully.
Being respectful with women that aren't my lady. You know, and not to say that I'm not respectful, but, like,
there's a difference. There's a difference.
So, the way that that's where I feel like I'm trying to combat that is just taking her with me, bringing her with me. Like, if I'm going somewhere, like, we thugging, you know what I'm saying? I'm not bringing her to no, like, dice game. You know what I'm saying? But
roller 7, baby.
Yeah, and I joke about, like, I'm gonna have her at the dice game with me, but really, bro, I think, you know, and it also could be because she's my firstborn. Is
firstborn is different.
Firstborn's different.
Like especially if you have more than one, like having that firstborn is just different.
Yeah.
Because it's literally your first on call experience, like on the job experience.
Yeah, exactly. I mean? You're a new employee. What did that fool Ralph Barbosa say? He said, "You're a new employee taking care of a newer employee."
I mean, yeah. So
you know what? Really quick before we go into that, bro. So, like, you know what I mean with the kids and shit. You know what? And you and I talked about this. What I'm nervous about, bro, is the more kids part. You know what I'm saying?
Well, having more than one kid?
Yeah, because right now, like, my firstborn, my daughter, is everything.
No, absolutely.
Everything.
Absolutely.
I don't know what I'd probably kill myself if anything ever happened to her, for real. Like,
no, that's facts though.
That's just how I feel. But, like, if I don't know how it's gonna be. If I know for sure, like, from when I hear from parents all the time, is like the love is the same amount. You love them just as much as you love the other one.
Yeah.
It's just a different relationship.
Kind of love.
Yeah. Different, like, you know what I mean? Whereas this is my firstborn, this is my ride or die, this is my best friend, the one who's with me, right? And then this is my baby. This is the one who I'm teaching. Like, I mean, I don't know if I'm explaining
different relationships.
Right.
I get what you're saying.
Just different relationships.
Different.
That's what I'm nervous about.
As long as you don't treat them like a middle child, I think you're fine.
No. I only treat my friends like middle childs.
You're hella disgusting. Okay, so speaking of our parents versus us as parents, what life lessons have you learned from your parents that you take with you?
Fuck. Don't do drugs. That's one of the big ones. For sure. And if you're gonna do drugs, like, just weed and coke.
You're fucking disgusting.
Not meth. No, real shit. Damn, I don't know. That's a good one. Life lessons. I mean, really, they're just there's a ton of them, bro. So many of them that I can't, like, recall top of my head right now. It's really situational.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
For me, I would say just being there. I mean, because I was blessed that my mom was there for everything, and when my dad was around, he was there. You know what I mean? So, like, I would say it's for surely, like, just being present and just being there.
Yeah,
I would say that's probably, like, the number one thing I saw growing up that I take pride in. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
is actually being there.
Yeah.
Well, okay, yes, same thing, be present. But I like to think that there's a difference. Me personally, I think there's a difference because you can be present, right? Because, like, let's say there's a parent that's there and they're living there, and that means they're present.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so for me, I do want to be present, but I also want to be involved.
No, of course, no, yeah, absolutely.
Shit,
that was kind of the point I was making. Yeah, it's just, and, like, I want to be involved. Very hands-on, very involved in terms of whatever he's going to do with himself as a kid and as a teenager. I mean, whatever he gets himself into.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whether it's, activities, sports, classes, whatever. I just want to be involved.
Yeah.
I'll even be the second coach or the second teacher. You know what I mean? Just learn whatever the fuck he's learning and help teach him and learn it too. You know what I mean? As, like, an extra help. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
I don't know how that's going to work, though, bro, because you fucking suck at school.
Oh, really? Yeah. I sucked at school as a student, but I'm a great teacher.
Are you really?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
I like to think so.
Because I've seen your handwriting.
Bitch.
You
don't need a handwrite to articulate.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is, like, if he's going to look at your paper, he's going to be like, Dad, do you have Parkinson's? Like,
that's what notes are for. I'll send you notes. Okay, so streaming wars. We talked about streaming earlier.
Yes. Hey, real shit, though. I'm so sorry. I know we keep coming back to this father stuff, man. Again, with the flower thing, I tell you all the time, bro. I'm giving it to you publicly now. You're a great dad.
Oh, shout appreciate that, brother. Shout out to you. You do a great job, too.
You're doing your fucking thing. You know what I mean? We're doing way better than Matthew.
Oh, absolutely.
You know
absolutely.
Facts. Shout out.
I was going to say, too, like, y'all are good dads. And I was laughing earlier because you're like, I'm not doing a great job, bro. But, like, watch. Like, have you seen where you come from, bro? Like, you're doing great. You too, bro.
Yeah, appreciate that,
thank
brother.
you. Thank you. Shout out all the dads in our friend group. You know what I mean? Shout out
Absolutely.
Mousy. Mousy's doing a great
Shout
job.
out Mousy.
Javon's
He rain
doing
dances
great.
a lot, but shout out
Yeah,
Mousy.
exactly. Shout out to the homie Mousy. That's our native homie. His native name is Runs with Men.
Oh my God! Shout out to Mousy. Bro.
If you're looking for him, he's probably gambling.
He's either gambling or fishing. You know what I mean? One or the other.
Either one, or he's fucking fishing at a gambling spot.
Oh my God! But yeah, no, shout out Mousy.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it's like I appreciate that, brother. By the way, I mean, it's just like there's no other way.
Yeah.
There's no other way. You know what I mean? Like, especially with our parents and like, especially for me, like I had a lot of siblings, and they were older. So like they had kids by the time I was already, you know what I mean, hella little and shit.
Yeah.
So it's like you see these examples of my brothers and sisters handling their business, taking care of their kids. You know what I mean? And it's like you grow up like you can't be the only fuck up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, because if I was a fuck up that wasn't, you know what I mean, just not there for my kid and just, you know what I mean, running the streets and doing stupid shit instead of being a dad.
Yeah.
I know for a fact I get my ass beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I know for a fact my brothers would whip my ass.
Yeah. Because if not your brothers, you would rely on us to check you on that too.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So it's like when you have these examples and people around you that are doing the right things, or at least the best they can, it's like you can't be the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like
They've set the standard.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I like, and I already knew I wanted to be a dad anyway, like when I was little, because you know, daddy issues, losing my dad and shit. But like, but yeah, you know what I mean. So it's like I always knew.
Are we gonna go into mother issues?
Please not. Please not. That's an entire episode itself.
Yeah. I feel like our whole friend group has got mother issues.
But besides that, though, we love our mothers. They are, you know what I mean, they are
mothers.
the rocks of our family. But it's
sure.
yeah, we both have mom issues
For sure.
But but yeah, so I mean. Yeah, so let's continue. So streaming.
No,
wars.
yeah. Let's
Streaming
get into other
wars.
stuff. But I think we went so hard on fatherhood because that's a big part of our.
No,
identity.
it's absolutely. It's
yeah,
absolutely.
But
so,
yeah, let's get into streaming
so,
wars
okay,
again.
so streaming. We talked about streaming. Like COVID changed the movie
I think
theater
my
scene.
favorite streaming site was, what is it? Pornhub.
Oh yeah, mensonly.com.
Oh, tight.
Yeah, I think you have a subscription, right?
Tight.
You pay yearly?
Tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just making sure.
Don't you have a subscription to Feed Finder?
No, that's your other subscription. Remember?
Oh, tight.
You shared the code and everything with me.
No,
I was like, I don't even like this, bro.
What'd
He's
he
like,
say?
no, watch it.
He said I have a with Feed Finder. He said that I have shares in the company.
Yeah, you have stocks.
I have stocks. He said, I be at board meetings like, we need more feet.
And we're not lying either. He loves feet.
Oh my God, you're disgusting.
Oh my God, he's an ass eater feet finder. Anyway, so
it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
So let's talk about like COVID a little bit, right? Because we can't talk about the film industry and streaming without talking about COVID.
Yeah.
Because COVID shut down everything.
Yeah.
Right. Which then shut down movie theaters, obviously.
Yep.
And before COVID,
A lot of service jobs.
Yeah,
got shut
absolutely.
down. Yep.
So because of that, but even before that, though, movie theaters were kind of on a downslide because streaming was picking up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? There's so many shit now, but before COVID happened, though, the big three was Hulu, Netflix, and Disney had just came out. Disney Plus had just came out.
Yep.
So like those were the
Now
big
you've got
three.
Amazon Prime.
Now you got
Peacock,
Prime.
fucking.
So all these different shits.
Yeah.
There's fucking 8 streaming services now.
Yeah.
So back then,
TV's not even a thing anymore.
It's
now.
not. TV's
Yeah.
died.
TiVo is done. They went.
TiVo died in the 2010s. Bro.
Yeah.
but I get what you're saying though. But like, it's so different now. So like when that was going on though, theaters were already being reported as going bankrupt and losing movie theaters and shit.
Yeah.
But like when COVID happened and everything reopened for movies, it's way different because a lot of people don't fuck with movie theaters because they'd rather be at home watching TV. But for me, I'll speak for myself. Movie theaters for me are like a comfort.
Yeah.
Because that was like a place me and my dad went to. And then even when I got older, movie theaters for me are its own experience.
Yeah.
It could even be an average man movie. But like going to the theater to watch it gives it like an extra.
Okay, what about drive-ins though? Do you like the drive-ins too, or you like theaters more?
I think the drive-ins are cool if you have kids and like you know what I mean you just want to watch.
Motherfucker, you got kids. What do you mean?
No, what I'm saying is if you want to take them to go see a kid movie and like you know and they're little, so you know they're not gonna really stay still in a movie theater.
Yeah.
Like drive-ins are cool for that.
Yeah.
Or if you just want to watch a movie you're not really like tripping on and you just want to check it out, see what it's like.
Yeah.
Like a movie you're not really excited for, but like you think it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Like it's cool for that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the drive-ins.
I like the drive-ins. You know what I mean?
They're convenient, but I'm not a big fan.
Yeah,
of them.
I like the drive-ins because number one, you can bring your own food.
Yeah.
You have you can relax in your car. The other thing too is like, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Number one, let's address this. I think you just like the smell of butter.
You're
then
fucking
number two
disgusting.
is
I don't even like popcorn anymore.
Huh?
So you saying that is wild.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You only like the butter.
Yeah, you need help.
You'll take shots.
You're
of
the
it.
type to steal those popcorn buckets with subjective mouths. Yeah. Can I get that with butternut popcorn, please?
Tight. You put butter in your fleshlight. How about that? Let's start there.
I just called what you use a fleshlight. So what's the point?
Well, you're disgusting. Anyways, though, the only reason why I really don't like going to movie theaters anymore, bro, is because ever since that shooting shit happened, bro.
Well, which one? There was a few.
There's a that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? You never know, bro.
It all really started with The Dark Knight Rises in 2013.
Exactly. Yeah. Ever since then, bro, I don't watch any Christian Bale movies, even at home. And if I do put a Christian Bale movie on, bro, I got it on me. You know what I'm saying?
You're hella disgusting.
I'm not pulling the
what
DJ
does
Money
him
Gang.
being Batman have to do with carrying your Glock?
I'm not pulling the clip we did with fucking DJ Money Gang when he said he didn't have Blick on him. I'm having it on me, brother. I'm having it on me.
Shout out DJ.
Shout out DJ.
Shout
Money
out David.
Gang.
Yeah, I mean, he's the homie, friend of the show.
And he got it on him.
He got it on him, trust.
Yeah.
I seen him pull out an AK.
Facts.
He got it on him.
Like CJ from Grand Theft Auto. Just out of nowhere.
Or Uncle Jerome.
We were like,
yeah, slap your daddy.
Slap your damn daddy, boy. That's so crazy. Snowfall is wild.
Snowfall's a great
Snowfall
show. I just finished it.
Is a great show.
I just finished it. That
God,
shit
you
is
guys
so
are
great.
so far behind. I've been, bro. The way it ended, cuz different.
I don't
Cousin went cracked out. Anyways, though,
Yeah.
movie theaters, bro. I really don't like them just for that fact. Like, if I'm going, then I gotta have it on me. You know what I mean, type shit. Because that shit just I gotta be on point because it just makes me nervous. Like to be in there and
to be in a space like that.
Yeah, and there's exits, but they're all the way down at the bottom. You know,
or
what
at
I'm
the
saying?
back door.
Yeah, exactly. And
Well, I get it though, but for me, I don't know. It's like a comfort thing. Like if I'm not doing shit and there's a movie, like I plan on this weekend, I plan on watching Mickey 17. So shout out Bong Joon-ho, the director, who made Parasite. Did you ever see Parasite?
I love Human Centipede.
No, not Human Centipede, fucker. I said Parasite. Anyway, shout out to Bong Joon-ho, the director. He got a movie out right now called Mickey 17. I want to go watch that. It starts with fucking Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
But I want to go watch that. That's a movie like when it's like movies like that, like that's like a thing I want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like when there's certain
Okay, you
shit
know
out-
what's also? I also want to put this out publicly. Who do you be going to the movie theaters with?
myself.
By yourself.
I love going.
It's crazy to me. When the last time you went to a movie theater by yourself?
People are so shocked that I go by myself. I literally love going by myself. I don't have to worry about no one else showing up. I don't have to worry about the previews, being late for the previews. I like to get there early. Like, okay, say a movie starts at 1. I like to get there around
11:45.
No. If it starts at 1, I like to get there at like 1:30, 1:45. I mean, 12:30, 1:35, 1:45. Like within that time frame. If a movie starts at 1, I like to get there around 12:30 or 12:45. I like to watch the previews. I like, you know what I mean? I like to sit down.
To see what's coming up?
Yeah. It's a comfort
Hey, you know
thing
what?
for
That's
me,
one
you know
thing
what I mean? I enjoy that.
That's one thing that I do like about movie theaters is the previews, because you don't get previews when you fucking put on Netflix.
No,
you
you
know what I'm
don't.
saying?
You don't.
Like, I feel like that's the experience.
Yeah, it is. It's
seeing
part
what's
of it.
coming up.
It's part of it.
Yeah.
So I love going by myself. And people be shocked, be like, "You go by yourself?" Like people think you have to go. So I'm like, "No, bro, I've been going to movie theaters by myself
This whole time I've been
since I was a teenager. I've been going by myself.
this whole time I assumed you're masturbating there.
You're
you're in the back.
The popcorn.
Yeah, in the popcorn.
y'all need help
You're
for real.
using butter. You got schmegma. Like,
Schmegma is crazy. You need help.
Shout out to homie Damon who's got hemorrhoids. He dated a girl named Schmeg.
Hey, isn't it called gyros? Shout out Damon. I mean, he likes his gyros.
Shout out Grease.
He likes his gyros. Shout out Damon.
Shout out hemorrhoids.
But yeah, I mean, for me, I really enjoy that. Like, you know, some people like golfing or, you know what I mean, doing random activities. For me, it's going to the theaters.
Golfing you can do by yourself.
No,
Theater by yourself, though?
It's not crazy as you think.
I know it's not crazy as you think, I think that you're that comfortable alone, which is
surely
great.
am comfortable
Which
alone.
is great. I'm just saying from like
your perspective,
us
yeah.
as normal people.
Fuck you, bitch.
Looking at
Being
it.
shaped the way you are is not normal. You defy science with every breath.
Oh, tight.
Doctors are like, wow, how does he do it?
You've been giggling this whole episode.
You're disgusting.
What I'm saying is, it looks kind of weird, and it's just not common, and I think that's why.
For some people it's not, and I get it because I've been getting like I've had people over the years be like, "You really go by yourself?" I'm like, "Yeah." I've had people ask me that are looking at me kind of different, like, "Why?" Yeah, I'm just like, bro, it's like when you do any activity by yourself. We all got activities we like to do by ourselves. So for me, it's going to the theaters. That's just, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's my thing. But it also just
give yourself head.
You need help for real. This is not Scary Movie 2.
I ain't gonna lie though, like theater head fire.
You know they got cameras in there, right? So you're on videotape.
I was like 13. What the fuck does that matter? You know what I'm saying? This shit was back then. So I'm not doing it now. I don't go to theaters, but
yeah, that's so wild.
I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Something about buttery lips.
Okay, with popcorn kettles. That's crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Thoughts? Okay, let's talk about the Niners.
Yeah.
Because
my fucking God, bro.
So, okay.
We lost.
We gotta set it up. We gotta set it up. So obviously the NFL offseason is in full swing right now with the draft coming up. We just had the combine. So there's new players about to get drafted and shit, and free agency just happened.
Yeah.
A lot of people are tripping on the Niners because like a lot of popular players, or starters I should say, have left and signed elsewhere.
Yes.
So because of that, people are talking shit. Oh, the Niners are rebuilding. The Niners are this. I don't think so. I think we're fine. We brought Juice back today. Yeah. So I'm excited about that. Shout out Juice. The only player I was really like upset about besides Juice before we brought him back was Greenlaw.
That boy's a fucking
dog. Shout out to Denver. They brought him in.
And they got Hufanga, too.
But Hufanga was...
all the people that we let go, that was like, they all got paid. Their total was like $321 million or something like that. We're not paying that.
We're not paying that because we got to pay Brock Purdy a shit ton of money.
Absolutely.
So,
the other thing, too, bro, is that I do want to put out there is that, like, and I seen somebody was talking about it, like, fucking George Kittle was a 5th-round pick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fred Warner's with 3rd. Brock Purdy was literally the last pick of the draft.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like we're still finding gold.
Yeah, we're in the later rounds.
Yeah, exactly.
Greenlaw was a 5th.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pick. And these guys are excelling
we do terrible in the first round. Like, the only good first-round pick we ever made was Brandon Ayuk, who's injured right now.
Oh, you know who made a really good first-round pick? They picked up Jamarcus Russell. What team is that?
The Raiders.
The who? The who?
The Raiders.
Put it on me, Jew. Put it on me, Jew. Fuck him. Fuck him.
He became a 300-pound lineman as a quarterback.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy work.
Call him feast mode.
But like in the first, like in terms of Kyle and John's history of first-round picks, we're not great at first-round picks. But those middle-round picks, we hit every time.
Yeah, we're killing them. You know what I mean?
So I'm not really worried about losing everybody we lost. Like Greenlaw hurts, but he did come off an Achilles tear, so it's kind of like, is he going to be the same when he comes back next year for Denver? We don't know.
Yeah.
But the only one I was like really upset about after Greenlaw was Juice. But we got Juice back today.
Yeah, we got Juice back.
I'm chilling.
He's good. Even with him missing a finger, like he's going crazy.
He's chilling. He's a good fullback. So yeah. But like with all the players we lost, people are just tripping. I'm like, we're fine because we got 11 draft picks. Yeah. If we hit on at least 4 or 5 of them,
you know what? You know what? Even though it's forever, fuck them. But the Raiders actually made a
this
lot
offseason.
They made a lot of good
some solid moves.
Yeah, they got a new head coach.
I'll hit on them until I die, but they've done pretty solid this offseason. Yeah, they brought in Pete Carroll. They got Sam Darnold.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean they brought in
Geno Smith.
No, they traded away Geno. Oh no, yeah, you're right. My bad. I was thinking about the Seahawks. Yeah. They brought in Geno Smith. They got Pete Carroll, who's a good head coach, who's won a Super Bowl.
They got Raheem Mostert.
They
picked up they picked up a couple of linebackers and some safeties.
Yeah. So they've done solid.
So they made some good shit, and they still have got picks to go with too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
So I mean, we'll see. I mean, they re-signed Max Crosby. I mean, that defensive end they got.
It's really the fan base I have a problem with.
I just can't fucking stand them. You know what's almost as bad as a Raider fan? A Cowboy fan.
Oh, they're the worst.
Absolutely.
Oh, they're
Shout out
worst.
Emmanuel and Anthony, but you guys are the fucking worst.
You blind sons of bitches. You
blow Dak until the end of time.
Oh my God, that's your star right there. Yeah, that's your star right there.
That's the only star you'll have.
God, dude.
It's like a rating.
Yeah.
1 out of 5.
Yeah, 1 out of 5, exactly.
Absolutely.
You're 1 star. Horrible.
Fucking terrible.
That's a bar. Huh?
You said what?
Half a star. Yeah.
Shout out to Longest Yard.
Yeah, I was just about to say like Chris
Superstar
Rock.
versus half a star.
Facts.
Oh, but yeah,
Oh
fuck
my
the
God.
Cowboys.
Yeah, fuck Cowboys, fuck Raiders, fuck the Chiefs at this
Fuck
point.
the Chiefs
now,
at
too.
this at this
bro,
point.
I'm
We got
so
smoke
upset.
with them.
Smoke forever now.
Absolutely.
It's up. If somebody's like, "Yeah, I'm from Kansas City," tight. Yeah, it's up.
No, but yeah, so I'm not worried, to be honest. I think on this, we do pretty good in the draft, so I mean, as long as we hit on a couple guys in the draft, we should have a solid season. I mean, Brock's going to get paid a shit ton of money, so I mean, that's going to, affect the cap we have, but
you know what it is,
that's
too?
that's just the name of the game at this point.
Even if we're getting people from the later rounds, I think that they're fitting well with the schemes that we have.
Oh, absolutely. That's the point of, when you draft, you have to get guys that fit your scheme and shit.
Yeah, absolutely. You're not just picking up like,
the main thing I'm worried about is the injuries for two guys specifically. One, McCaffrey, because he had to go to some German specialist that it's like it's going to be a lingering, like, for affecting him the rest of his life type of injury.
Yes.
So that worries me, and we just paid him last year, so he's still on the hook for a couple more years.
Yep.
That worries me.
Yep.
And Brandon Ayuk's ACL.
Yes.
He's a good wide receiver in terms of route running and a deep ball threat, but he's not super fast, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Even though he's a deep ball threat,
he doesn't have like
killer speed.
Yeah.
So now he's coming off ACL, so it's like, will that affect his speed even more?
Yeah.
That's something I think about. But besides that, I mean, I was upset at Joey Bosa for signing with the Bills instead of coming to the Niners to join his brother. So I was a little upset at that.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know, something that came from your head. Who knows? But I mean, Joey Bosa, bro, signed with Buffalo instead of with his brother, so low key, fuck him. But there was.
I want to let you know it is 2:00 too, so we're getting.
Oh, it is? Okay, so let's knock out these last couple of things and get out of here then. So, would you ever quit social media?
No, social media, I mean, look what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't think social media. The other thing, too, the way I look at it, everything that I do, is I'm leaving a digital footprint behind. God forbid, you know what I'm saying, if I were to go early, if I go tomorrow, Amara still has something to look at.
No, absolutely.
My next kids have got something to look at. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So
I mean, yeah, for this sake, it's hard to, because you got to in order to get your name out there and
absolutely,
to promote the show
and our
get
goal is to
absolutely and add revenue. So you got to be on it. You got to be on it. Chicano movies versus Italian movies.
That's tough. That is tough.
So tough.
So the reason why
I would say Italian though. That's just me. Because there's just more.
Yeah, there's more, and it is more publicized, but at the same time, like, the Chicano movies just hit different, too.
No, especially Blood In, Blood Out.
Blood In, Blood
Out. That's a 3.5 hour movie I will watch almost any chance I get.
Yeah, well, also, like, the other ones I go with, like, American Me was good, too.
Solid, yeah.
Talk about the penal system. And then you've got Even Mi Vida Loca was fire, too. Fucking
the Barrio.
La Bamba was
La Bamba
good, too.
Was another one. Richie!
Yeah, exactly. So, you know what I mean? Like, I think that there's a lot of great Chicano movies, but you also can attest, and they're still making Italian movies now. Like The Irishman that just came out. I know it's
6
Italian,
years ago, but yeah.
Okay, my bad. The most recent one though.
Yeah.
Damn, it really was 6 years ago.
Yeah, 2019.
That's one of my favorite movies.
I love that movie.
That's one I will watch that one all the way through.
Goodfellas, that's
Goodfellas.
That's
A Bronx Tale is really good.
Yeah,
A Bronx Tale is probably one of my favorites.
About interracial relationships. And
shit, it was Goodfellas, and there was another one too that was
The Departed. That one's an Irish mafia movie.
The Departed though was really good.
Irish mafia.
I really
those are all by Martin Scorsese too, by the way.
Really?
Same director.
I think Martin Scorsese's just his.
I think
catalog
he's my
is just
favorite.
fire.
I think he's the best of all time. He's my favorite director.
Who's the one that did Kill Bill? What's his name?
Oh, Quentin Tarantino.
Do you know what him and Julian have in common?
They love feet.
Yep.
I know. Absolutely. He's a profound. He's a founding member of Feet Finder.
Yeah,
and you're with him as long as Julian.
Yeah, all of us.
No, just y'all.
All of us. All three of us here eat ass.
You're disgusting. Okay, Creed versus Rocky movies. Which ones are better?
Oh, that's tough. That's a tough one. Me personally, I really like. I like Creed. I'd say Creed. I don't know. That's tough because Rocky had some really good fucking movies too.
I would say. Here's the thing. I would say nostalgia says Rocky, but
the cinematography,
Creed, the directing, the writing is all better on the Creed side.
Yeah.
Like even the third one where it was just Michael B. Jordan in his directorial debut.
Yeah.
That last fight, he shot it anime style. He said his inspiration was Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
That last fight between him and Jonathan Majors' character.
Yep.
So I would say nostalgia says Rocky, but at the same time, the directing, acting, writing, cinematography, all says Creed is better.
Yeah.
And shout out to Ryan Coogler, who was the director of the first 2 Creed movies.
Oh, yeah.
Him and
the
Michael
Cougs.
him and Michael B. Jordan are frequent collaborators. They're coming out with a movie this month, or in April, called The Sinners. It's going to be a vampire movie in the Deep South in the 1950s or 60s.
Ooh. I think I've seen that.
I'm excited to go watch it. That's a movie I'm going to for surely pre-order a ticket and go watch, because I'm a big fan of Ryan Coogler. You know what I mean, and what movies he makes. So, and that being...
You think Michael B. Jordan's hot?
You're disgusting. No. But I'm a big fan of Ryan Coogler's work, and that movie looks fire. So, that's a movie I'm going to go watch, The Sinners.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll both agree it's Creed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to go Creed. Yeah.
Say less. Okay, Lord of the Rings versus Harry Potter. I'm surprised you even know what Lord of the Rings is.
Harry Potter.
I mean, I'll say Lord of the Rings, but I still love Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I don't have no one or the other. I don't hate one or the other. I just love Lord of the Rings more.
I just think that they're both...
It's the greatest trilogy of all time, if you ask me. In terms of trilogy, which are 3 movies, there is no better trilogy than the Lord of the Rings.
What other trilogies could combat it?
Planet of the Apes movies.
Planet of the Apes? No, but those are more than...
2 separate Batman trilogies.
Oh, with the Christian Bale ones, which I won't go to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Star Wars.
They're not trilogy, but like...
There's 3 sets of trilogies. There's a prequels, original, and the sequel.
Okay, yeah, those can combat it.
There's a lot of trilogies, but I mean, the best one in my opinion is going to be Lord of the Rings. That's just...
Yeah.
I think there's no better 3 sets of movies in a row than Lord of the Rings. That's just me, though.
I gotta watch them.
You gotta watch them.
I haven't watched
them.
They're
long, but they're really fucking.
You know what
good.
we should do, bro? Let's do like 5 grams each of shrooms.
No.
And let's go watch Lord of the Rings.
No, you can do the shrooms, and I will just, watch them with you.
There's no fun in that, bro.
There's a lot of fun in that.
There's no fun at all.
I'm just telling you, you're gonna get bum rushed the whole time. Make you paranoid. That's the fun.
Disgusting.
But I think, is there anything else you want to touch base on?
You want to tell them about the first time we did shrooms?
Oh God, I don't think I want to go there. Yeah, I don't want to go there.
All right, next episode.
No episode.
Next episode.
No, we're not going.
I'm telling them.
Okay,
I'll go live on.
I'll make this and we'll leave it here. If you ever seen Get Out, so shout out Jordan Peele. Shout out Jordan Peele, the great director, great writer. His first movie, Get Out, or his first theatrical release, Get Out. Remember the scene, and I'm talking to you guys, not him, because he knows, obviously, but in that scene where he was, like, roped down on the couch in that basement before his brain was about to get taken out.
Place,
when he woke up from the sunken place, and he was, like, stuck on that love seat. Remember when he was digging into the love seat and getting the cotton out of it so he can put it in his ear so he doesn't get hypnotized? I was scratching his couch, basically, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
I was scratching, because it was my first time. I mean, he was purposely being an asshole and not being a good friend. So I was...
Horrible trip sitter.
So I was being paranoid and scratching his couch. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
So
it gets deeper than that, but
fuck
it was
that.
hilarious.
That's where we're leaving it. It was
hilarious. I laughed.
Of course you laughed. Look how you're shaped.
I've been told that I'm not a good friend sometimes.
Yeah, not in that moment. No, you're not. You're absolutely not. That was a whole nother situation.
Loved it.
Is there anything else?
Put the camera over here. Or my bad. Or do you want me to do the outro?
I'm chilling. If you want me to do it, I can do it.
Okay.
I mean, you said what?
I can do the outro too if you need me to.
Bro, you're supposed to be the cameraman. You're not even supposed to be talking. Okay, so I mean, I think that's basically it. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We hope you guys are having a great Saturday. Today is March 15th, like I mentioned before in the beginning of the episode. We have Kuyu Flip's cousin coming March 29th, Mother Prepper. Our episode with her will be live at noon. So stay with us, stay with the content. Let us know how you felt about this episode in the comment section of the clips when we post them this week upcoming, so that we know where to engage, going forward with our content. We would appreciate it. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday. See you March 29th. Peace.
Peace.
So you got to end recording.
I'll do it.